Hello, you're listening to ReedyGeeks, a Walt Disney World podcast. My name is Andrew, and I'm joined today by Piston Peak's top park ranger, Sean.
That's a job. Someone's got to do it.
And our company premier pass tester, JJ.
Oh, I'll volunteer as tribute. I'm going down in September, and I think I have a couple hours to kill before I meet with my fellow geeks. So maybe I should do that. Is it on the company dime?
You have $0 in funding.
Oh, okay.
The company has no money.
Oh, then pass.
In today's episode, we break down our MySpace top 8 best Disney advertisements. Disney's advertising has always been more than simple promotion. It's been a reflection of the company's evolving ways of telling a story. In the 1950s, Walt Disney himself used television programs to give audiences a guided tour of his yet-to-be-opened Disneyland, blending entertainment and marketing in a way that felt revolutionary. Over the decades, formats changed with the times. Roadside billboards enticing families on road trips to make a detour, glossy VHS planning tapes arriving by mail to walk you through your dream vacation, polished TV commercials designed to air during primetime events, and now tightly edited digital ads and social media campaigns built for scrolling. Each era not only adopted the advertising tools of the day, but also shaped them into something uniquely Disney. In this episode, we're looking back across the decades to share our top 8 Disney commercials, the ones that defined their moment and convinced generations to step into the magic.
First of all, there are so many great commercials about Disney World. I had a blast, watching all of these.
And it's amazing that they're all still on YouTube.
Yeah.
I know.
People recorded them and then, put them into digital format and then uploaded them to YouTube. That's, that takes commitment.
Right. Someone recorded something on TV in the 90s and just ripped this from a commercial break. And some of them are so quintessential 90s. And I got to say, for something that was 25, 30 years old, as someone who's going on a Disney vacation next month, some of these commercials still got me pretty amped up for my trip.
So many of them.
It worked then, and it's working.
Yeah, they
now,
were good. They were good commercials.
They need to just recycle them. Put them on if they're not going to bring Stacy back to the resort TV channel, maybe they should just play all the old ads when you're
just play old ads.
That would be great. Like Nostalgia Hour.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. I know that I think it's whether it's Disney Plus or if it's just YouTube, the YouTube Disney channel. One of the official Disney channels has, I think, an hour or 2 hour loop of just monorail noise. It's just the monorail going around the resort loop for 2 hours, and you hear all the noise, you see everything. They should just have a channel that just plays 15 or 20 old Disney ads.
Yeah, and why not? They own it. It's already produced. It will cost them nothing.
They have it in the archives.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't lose anything.
Disney, you heard it here first. Give us the credit.
Bob,
just DVC points. We're easy to please. Give the ReedyGeeks LLC 500 DVC points.
500 each.
Fair. Give us some negotiating room.
Yeah. We'll settle for 3 each.
Now you're talking. That's the best idea you've had all day.
All right, so we created our top 8 best commercials. Most of them are from the 90s, the late 90s or early. Yeah, the old days when you would actually watch commercials, because now you don't really watch commercials.
Actually, I want to make an amendment. This isn't just commercials. This is advertisements.
Right.
It's the top 8 advertisements.
We focused more on commercials, but you're right.
Commercials were the easiest thing to think about as a concept, but this encompassed all ads that we could think of.
And just to explain again, because we've done these top 8s before, but we based them off of MySpace, our social media platform when we were in high school, and we had to make those tough decisions about who to put in your top 8. So we're basing most of our list off of top 8 because top 8 makes it harder than top 10. Top 10's too easy.
Top 10's too easy.
Yeah. My hope is that one day the podcast gets big enough that we have to stop saying MySpace.
That would be great.
For legal reasons.
You think Tom's coming for us?
I think MySpace still has someone, right? It's still
Tom's my friend. He sold them to Yahoo for like $1 billion.
Man, Yahoo made some really bad decisions.
I don't want Yahoo coming after us. Yeah.
Almost every decision they made
was terrible.
Right.
Terrible.
Didn't Yahoo buy Tumblr?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
For a I was about to say a ton of money.
And Google wanted to buy Yahoo and give them a huge amount of money, but Yahoo turned it down.
Google wanted to buy Yahoo?
And offered them a ton of money.
Was that in like 2006 or something? Like when they both were relevant at the same time?
Yeah. Oh, man. Poor Yahoo. But you know what? We're giving them free advertisement, too.
Right.
Well, when you sign up for your fantasy football league, use promo code ReedyGeeks.
I was going to say, that's the only thing I use. I only have a Yahoo email for fantasy purposes.
Yeah. Man. Okay, so we're going to first get into our honorable mentions because, like we said, top 8 is too hard. And these just didn't quite make the cut. But they, for some reason, really stick with each individual geek here. So we each picked our one honorable mention. JJ, why don't you start us off on your honorable mention?
Okay. My honorable mention is maybe to some a dishonorable mention, but I thought it was so impressive I just had to bring it up and make note of it. It is a commercial that's about 3.5 minutes long. It is Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious from Mary Poppins, but all the words are changed to the magical perks that you will receive when you go on your Walt Disney trip. This was made in the 2010s, late 2010s, if I'm guessing. And everything they mention and highlight specifically in this commercial are now gone.
Yeah. It's hysterical that someone spent so much time on this commercial, developing it, designing it.
Yeah.
They hired Weird Al.
Oh, did they?
Choreographing
choreographing
the dances.
That's funny. It sounds like it, but everything from the Magical Express to early magic hours,
extra magic hours, morning and evening.
Right, extra magic hours, morning, evening. Yeah. The magic bands, free magic bands.
Yeah, I think they highlight that the magic band is free.
Yes,
they didn't just say that it's
free. Yeah. It really makes you long for the 2010s before COVID.
What is that from The Office? I wish we knew we were in the good old days while we were in them.
We were living the glory days while we were in them. Yeah. Now we just blame everything on COVID. But at this point, how much of it really?
I'm still blaming Chapek
in 2025.
Well, and Chapek said himself, he said that COVID gave them the opportunity to make some amendments that they've been wanting to make, make some changes that they've been wanting to make. That gave them the cover. So,
yeah,
I still love that Bob Iger, maybe a month before COVID hits, is I'm going on early retirement, guys.
Hi, guys.
This thing I've been pushing off, this retirement thing I've been pushing off for years. I'm unexpectedly, I'm going to go on retirement.
It's unbelievable.
Sean, what was your honorable mention?
Mine is one of my favorite Walt Disney World advertisements, and it's not even really that grand of an advertisement for the resort. It's the annual Super Bowl Walt Disney World ad that only usually gets played for about a week or so after the Super Bowl, usually on Disney affiliated platforms, ESPN, ABC. You might get it if Disney Plus or Hulu has ads, you might get it on there. But it's the When You Wish Upon a Star music plays over some highlights from the game, and then whoever the MVP is, usually a quarterback. It's the so-and-so, you've just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do next? And I'm going to Disney World. And that's just always, and it's always available. Like it's playing 20 minutes after the game ends, so they have it ready to go. They'll take clips as the game goes, and then they do the quick ad after the game ends. And 20 minutes after the game is over, that ad is playing, and it's always fun for me just to see whether whoever the teams are. That's one of my favorite ads.
It's always too that like the MVP, you can tell it's pure chaos where when they ask him.
Yeah, the confetti is flying. They can barely hear. They're screaming into the microphone.
Yeah,
the pure chaos of the moment.
Yeah,
is always fun. Yeah,
it's iconic. It's it's what people. If you're like pretending you're playing the Super Bowl, when you score the touchdown, you say, "I'm going to Disney World." Like that's like a legit celebration move,
right? Like, and I've seen videos of Joe Montana. It goes back that long. It's been a thing for decades, and it's always one of my favorite advertisements.
Yeah, I heard this somewhere, and I'm not sure if this is true, so please write in and let us know if this is true or not. But whether it's Disneyland or Disney World depends on where the Super Bowl is. If it's west of the Mississippi, it's Disneyland.
Yeah.
If it's east of the Mississippi, it's Disney World.
I don't know the specific hard line, but it is completely location based. I remember I've seen Tom Brady and Julian Edelman go down Disneyland Main Street, but I think it was in the most recent Super Bowl was in New Orleans, and Pat Mahomes and whoever else went with him that was in Disney World. So yeah, it's probably wherever is the easiest, whatever the easiest park to get to is, because it's always the next day. It's like these guys wake up in their hotel after being out partying all night, and they get on a plane to a Disney park to do this parade down Main Street with football, Mickey and Minnie.
I'm glad you think they wake up. I think they only go to bed on the plane.
they may not sleep. Yeah, they may not sleep. Yeah.
When I'm a Bills fan, and so when the Bills got to the AFC Championship, and of course they're destined to never really get back to the Super Bowl again. But I was toying with, where do I watch the Super Bowl if they're in? Should I go to Disney World and watch it down there so that the next morning I can...
So that you can be there.
So that I can be there for that and see what will probably be Josh Allen going down Main Street. Like, that would be super cool.
That would be a great full circle moment for you if the Bills are... I actually think, you're a giant Bills fan and a giant Disney World fan.
Yeah.
That you really...
An intersection.
Don't go to the game. You should go to Disney and make sure you're at the parade when the Bills win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be at the Super Bowl. You should be in Disney.
I would selfishly hate that, because I would love to watch the Bills win a Super Bowl in person with you.
Yeah.
But
so
I'm probably not going to go to Disney World on a Sunday night.
Here's what we do. I take the first flight out Monday morning. 6 a.m. flight. Get there.
What a sad flight if they lose the Super Bowl, though.
Well, no, I'm going.
Well, because
Disney
by that
World.
point,
You're still going to Disney World. That's the consolation.
That's literally what I did when the Bills lost. Yeah, this past year when they lost the AFC Championship. I turned to my wife, and she felt so bad. She was like, "Let's go to Disney for the Super Bowl instead." I was like, "Yes, I do not want to watch the Chiefs and the Eagles play in the Super Bowl. I'd rather be walking around Epcot and drinking around the world."
As we all would.
So my honorable mention is not necessarily one particular commercial, but it's a moment that happens in a lot of commercials, and that is the Mickey Mouse that's on top of Spaceship Earth waving as the camera pulls back. And I always thought that was really impressive, especially before drones, right? Like, they had a helicopter up there, that was shooting that. And man, how did they get Mickey up there? There's got to be...
What did we say about
Hazard Pay?
Hazard Pay.
Hazard Pay. Do you think that Mickey? Well, that Mickey was probably, for the commercial, that Mickey was probably a paid stunt actor. Probably wasn't the same Mickey you're meeting at Chef Mickey's up there on top of Spaceship Earth.
I don't know.
And they got the shot, and I mean, the shot has lasted them for so long. Like it's stayed relevant, and they're never getting it again, right? So you got to use that as often as you can.
It's an iconic shot, but Mickey Mouse has updated his look. So maybe they do need to, get that done again. And it would be a much cheaper day because of drones. Like a professional drone, that's got to cut the thing down by like a tenth. It probably only costs like 10 or 20 grand to get that shot, and that used to be like a $250,000 day to get a helicopter and a film crew over there.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. No, I completely agree. And when you say that Mickey was updated, we saw one commercial where Mickey winks at you, and it's the creepiest thing ever. It is so creepy. He's just like, oh, and his entire eye just comes down and goes back up. It's so unnatural.
A mechanical, like you can hear the gears spinning while it.
Okay, so let's get into our top 8, our MySpace top 8, and we're going to start with number 8. I'll start us off here, reading off. Our number 8 is the Tower of Terror billboard. So this is the one non-commercial that we have on our list.
That's right.
Right.
If you have driven down World Drive, you know this billboard. It's been there since Tower of Terror was about to come out. And it has moving parts and has not always moved. Is it moving now? Does anybody know if it's moving right now?
It's gone now.
Oh, that's right. It's gone.
It's not even there anymore. The whole thing is completely gone.
I forgot about that.
And I think that's in the last couple of years.
That's a Chapek move.
I don't think it's.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, that's been gone within the last like 4 to 5 years. It wasn't moving for a long time, but the whole structure is completely gone now.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. But that was an iconic sight. Driving down World Drive, you knew that you made it there. It's a welcome to Disney, right? And you're like, yeah, welcome to Disney, right? Yeah, happy. It's a magical place on Earth, right? And then you hit the Tower of Terror sign. You're like, yes, this is also the funnest place on Earth.
It's like that's Breck's sign, Breck Eisner's sign.
He insisted that they get that sign.
Oh, Disney World, that place is for babies. Tower of Terror, yeah!
All right, JJ, why don't you bring us to number 7?
Okay, number 7 is an early promotional commercial that's specifically for Animal Kingdom, and it is Not a Zoo.
I think this one's so cringy now.
Oh, yeah, completely. But that's why I put it on.
Oh, yes. Has it the cultural appropriation, has it maybe aged a little poorly? But
perhaps.
Yeah, I think it was still the play on words. Because I think the point of the commercial is that you don't really realize what they're saying until the end of the commercial, because they're trying to make it, say like it's a welcome, it's a hello, it's something, but at the end of the day, he says it's dizziness, it's not a zoo. Right.
And Disney had to fight that, that notion that, oh, Disney's building a zoo. And they had to keep on saying, no, this is not a zoo. Like it, we're going to have rides. We're going to have so much more than.
It's so much more than just a zoo. It's not a zoo.
Yeah. But is that also a real word, though, in some language that they put at the end of the... Or did they just make that up?
No, it is a fake word.
It's a fake word. And there's many languages in Africa.
It's a fictional word created by Disney to market Animal Kingdom as not a zoo. It's a play on words.
Yeah, so that's just like... This just sounds like it's a dialect of a language on the African continent. Like that. Disney, what? You can't do that today. You cannot do that today.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to apologize for our slight technical difficulties, but I do wish to assure you that no one was hurt and this theater suffered only minor damage.
All right, so let's go on to our number 6. Sean, tell us about number 6.
This one is a good one that I like to see. I remember this is one of the ones from like the 90s that I remember.
Oh yeah.
It's a summer vacation commercial. It's a kid in the school. Everyone's giving like reports of what they did that summer, and kids are giving these boring like, oh, I went to grandma and grandpa's. Oh, I went to summer camp and yada yada. And then this kid gets up and he's like, oh well, I went. There were dinosaurs and there were magic carpets and we flew on a spaceship and I went to China and it's all this crazy stuff, and the teacher's like, oh, is that all you did? And he says something like, no, but the rest is too hard to explain or something, and it's this is all you can do at Walt Disney World, and it's a good commercial because most of the commercials feature little kids in the 90s. It's not so much adults in them, or characters. It's little kids wanting to get their parents to bring them to Disney World.
Yeah, it's like almost in the 90s, it kind of shifted their goal where like they're trying to get kids that are watching TV to beg their parents to go to Disney World, and parents that are watching trying to convince them that if you don't take your kid to Disney World, they're missing out.
Right. And there's a really funny, there's a Simpsons episode where they go to I think I don't know if it's Itchy and Scratchy
Is
Land.
it Duff Gardens?
It's a water park called Mount Splashmore.
Oh,
and it's a Krusty themed themed water park, and a whole segment of the Krusty show is, okay kids, now we're gonna play the something, pander along to the crowd or something, and he sings the Mount Splashmore song, and he goes, okay kids, now go sing it to your parents. And Bart and Lisa run into the Marge and Homer's room at like 1:00 in the morning, and they start singing the songs. And can we go to Mount Splashmore? Can we go to Mount Splashmore? And you get they eventually, Homer caves and takes the kids to the park.
I think they do the same thing with Camp Krusty too. A similar gag. Yeah. Where Krusty encourages the kids to go tell their parents that they want to go to Camp Krusty. Yeah. The idea of that commercial is so perfect, and it's really a perfect commercial because it makes you want to go to Disney World, and it also scratches that itch of like, if you're a kid, you're gonna want to ask your parents to bring you to Disney World.
Yeah, and
excellent ad.
Every kid has had that experience of like, you have to say what you did over the summer, right? Well,
yes,
don't you want to be the kid that gets to explain all the really cool things you did?
And you've heard other kids talk about how they went to Disney.
Yes, exactly.
You want to go to Disney World.
Yep. So I'm going to take us to number 5 on our list, and this is one of the newer commercials that we found. Actually, and if you are looking it up on YouTube, it's the Disney Parks account is the version that we watched.
Yeah, this is a current one.
This is a current one. It's currently playing. Yeah. This is the Infinite Worlds Await at Walt Disney World Resort. And this one it's really well done. It's tight. It looks like it's you're zooming through all the different attractions and all the different worlds that are in Disney World. And it's upbeat, it's fun, it's exciting. This kind of focuses more on the moments. It's not like it's giving you an argument of why you should go to Disney World, like some of the other commercials that we have do. But really, this one wants you to feel like excitement and adventure is awaiting you at Disney World.
Yeah, it's like it's definitely an ad that's like, no matter what experience you want to do, there's a world that's gonna open your eyes and be very magical for you. It's a really nice ad, really well done, and one of those ones where you're like, oh, there's something for everybody here, and it's
right.
Really
that's
nice.
what I was gonna say. There's a Disney trip for everybody.
Yeah,
whatever you're interested in, there's something for everybody there. Yeah, that was basically what I was going to say too.
And worlds to explore that you didn't even know. Like someone that goes to Disney once a decade may not know that Star Wars Land is there, that there's a Pandora there.
Yeah.
That they may not even know what Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and New Fantasyland is like.
Right.
So it's nice
They
that
might
they
not
take
have
you-
gone since their childhood, and they were looking so forward to going back to Norway and riding on Maelstrom. And
Well, they got to right, so they got to tell you, no,
no, you can't.
we
do
got
that
GAD
anymore.
now. We got GAD now. It's better.
They have the Skyliner now. It's now the 6th best ride at Walt Disney World.
Is the Skyliner in that commercial? I don't remember seeing it, but it might be.
I was very disappointed that it was not in the commercial. I felt like you gotta, especially because then that's like kind of an advertisement to stay on property too. You should use that. But you know what is in the commercial I thought was really cool? It's a mom and her 2 kids, and her 2 kids run up to to Snow White, and they're gonna hug Snow White, and the mom finds an apple on the floor and says like, "This is a world of villains." Like the mom was a villain all along.
I interpreted that weirdly too. 'Cause I was like, "What are we trying to do here?" Is she like an evil stepmom? What should we...
Yikes!
Are those children in danger? Yeah.
But it's interesting because Villains Land isn't even open yet, and they're already pushing that. So that's
Well,
good.
I don't even I don't know how old that ad is. I don't know that was specifically. I don't think that was an Easter egg or specifically meant to infer Villains Land, but
yeah, that's true.
it could have been, depending on how recently it was made.
I mean, when I went, Cool Kids Summer was just starting. I saw Captain Hook out in front of the Peter Pan ride. So it's like the villains are out and about now. So it could just be a sign that like, oh, if Snow White's there, the evil queen might also be there,
Yeah, we're leaning into our villains now. So maybe it's not about Villains Land, but it's just more about like we're not ignoring them anymore.
Right. We're done having everything we do
Villains
be conflict
are
free.
people too.
Villains are people too. All right, so JJ, why don't you take us to number 4?
Okay, number 4 is a commercial that I feel like must have happened in the Shopee household.
Yeah.
Like it's just a camera, a bird's eye view of the Shopee household as Andrew was growing up. Andrew is the baby of the family. He's got several siblings. And this one is an older brother and a younger boy. And the older brother is like helping him pack and is saying, "Oh, you're gonna love this place, and there's this to do and that to do," and then at the end he goes, "It really makes you feel like a kid again." And obviously, like he's like a 6-year-old talking to like a 3-year-old.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so funny and so well done, and like the kids did a great job acting, and it's the kind of commercial you watch if you're a parent and you go, "Oh, I really should take my kid there."
Yeah. Look how much they love this. They're bonding over this, right?
Right.
Like,
yeah. And the older brother is like so excited to show the little brother Disney World.
right.
It's really, really sweet. And I was just like, oh, this is just what Pete must have been doing to Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah.
35 years ago.
That's exactly what it was. I remember driving down to Disney World, right, from New York to Florida, and it's like 24-hour drive. And my brother would, he would have I would have a book that would be Walt Disney World for Kids, and we would be talking about like all the rides we're going to go on, and the best way to get from this part of the park to this part of the park. We would bring our park maps and open them up and trace out the
Park
paths.
maps.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was all about that too. I did that with my mom all the time because my mom would be in the books. She'd have the unofficial guide. She'd have Len's writing. The biggest celebrity I've ever had a meeting with, according to my mom.
You had a meeting with Len Tessa?
No, we exchanged emails though. Like
yes.
Me and Len have exchanged some emails, and when my mom found out, she reacted like I met the Pope.
I wonder what Len would say to that. He would have some.
He'd be honored, but
Pope.
he would also have something self-deprecating to say as well.
Yeah. You know what I really love about this this commercial too is that it's insinuating that Walt Disney World is not a one and done. It's not a one-time thing, and that you want, like, a lot of these other ones are like, oh, I went to Disney World over my summer vacation, right? And then, but it's not saying that they're going back year after year after year, right? But this is insinuating that, like, this is something that you're gonna enjoy with your family over decades, not just once, you know.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Sean, how about number 3?
Oh wait, I forgot the last joke in the commercial makes me laugh.
Oh.
Back to number 4. At the end, they're done packing, and they're like, "Well, we only got 3 weeks left."
Oh, I missed that.
So they packed. They're so excited to go that they packed 3 weeks early. It's such a good, like, it's so sweet. And then there's just that little joke at the end. It's like, it's such a great commercial.
All right, Sean, why don't you bring us to number 3?
Our number 3 was personally the one I liked the most, and I think it's because it kind of, I think it's a little extra fun of an ad being an adult that is into Disney, and it's the title of the advertisement is "They're So Weird," and the premise of the commercial, it's a husband coming home and asking his wife if he's heard from his parents. They're going down to Disney World? Did they get there okay? And she's like, "Oh, I'm sure they'll be fine." And he's like, "Well, you know them, you know, that'll be just like, you know, reading the newspaper. Mom will be sitting around, and they'll be out to dinner and in bed by 10. And it's every time they say something boring, it'll show the parents playing golf at Pleasure Island, you know,
riding all the rides. Yeah, it's amazing.
Right, going on the
so
rides,
funny.
the water slide, and it's just like doing the complete opposite of oh, you know, well, they're such boring vacationers, and Disney World's for kids, and it's very much an ad that I thought was fun because, you know, the notion that it's Disney World is only for kids and that adults can't have fun there, and it kind of it made me think of that the Carl Winslow episode.
Oh yeah.
Where he becomes enamored with Disney and wants to stay there and move there and live there after, like, pretending to be such a grump about it. But I really liked this ad because I think it speaks a little bit to the Disney adult or the adult side of having fun in a place that's so, back then at least, was so geared towards children and families with children.
And certainly had a very distinct reputation for only being for kids or little kids. Like, that's a place where parents took their kids. And I love the concept, like, you know, the adult man is talking about his parents who are like grandparent age, and they're saying they're getting so weird. The older they get, they're like, now they just go to Disney every year. Like, why would you want to do that? Like that's that place for babies, and it's so great. And Disney adults have been getting hate since the 90s. Like, that commercial is just like the first thing in the cap of, like, no, adults can enjoy this, and there's a lot to enjoy even if you are an adult without children in the parks. Look at all this great stuff that you can still have fun doing.
Right. Yeah. And as 3 Disney adult here, right, we can certainly appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, so for number 2, I'm so glad that I got this. You know, I was just about to say, like, the numbering of this, like, we put this in order, but we didn't decide who was going to talk about each commercial, and it's worked out perfect. Like,
also the one that I want to talk about the most is the one that I'm going to read off next. It's amazing.
And this is the one I wanted to talk about the most, so it really worked out great. But this is the Tower of Terror commercial that came out in the early 90s. And this is like everyone's first introduction to Tower of Terror. And it is so inaccurate. It's incredible.
I know.
So in this commercial, they're explaining to you the story of Tower of Terror, what's going to happen. But the thing that gets me is that when the elevator drops, everyone in the elevator is standing, and so it makes you think that this is a ride in which, you know, you stand up in and then they drop an elevator. Like, that's certainly not safe.
I was so scared the first time I was getting on that ride, being like, wait, we just stand there and then they drop us from the elevator shaft?
Yep.
And then you get there and you realize that, like, oh, wait, I sit in a chair and I, like, get a lap bar and a seatbelt, because they used to have lap bars.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it used to be lap bars until...
I don't remember that.
Gosh, the 2000s. Yeah, there was it was a long time where there was a lap bar, and only the seat in the middle was a seatbelt, and it was like one of the tricks they played on someone that looked a little nervous, is they'd put him in that seat and be like, goodbye. And they're like, wait, I have nothing to hold on to. Everyone else has a lap bar.
Oh, man. And there's different, like, iterations of that commercial, or maybe like they would play the minute version and they would shorten it down to a 30-second version and then a 15-second version and play them at different times. But I love at the end too, where there's those Mickey ears are like floating down the shaft.
CG of it flying away. Yeah.
Yep. You know, to show that, you know, they dropped him so fast that his Mickey ears came off and it escaped the elevator somehow. You know, so that's a great commercial. Scared the living hell out of me. So
it's an iconic commercial for an iconic ride. It's absolutely awesome.
Yeah. All right, JJ, our number one best Walt Disney World advertisement.
Okay, great. Drum roll, please. The number one advertisement at Walt Disney World is, of course, I Can't Sleep. I'm Too Excited.
So cute.
It's such a great commercial. It is the one that I think of when I think of Disney commercials. It is a little boy and a little girl, their brother and sister, and it's the night before their Disney trip, and the little boy comes in the girl's room and he goes, I can't sleep. I'm too excited. I'm too excited to sleep. And the girl agrees. And then the parents come in and be like, why aren't you guys in bed? Like, we're supposed to go to Disney World tomorrow. Like, you need to get some sleep. And they're like, okay. And finally they come back to bed. And then it goes to the husband and wife in bed. And the husband turns to the wife and he goes, I can't sleep. I'm too excited.
Oh, I love that. And again, they're saying it's not just for kids. Like, the adults are so excited.
Everyone's going to have a blast. Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's just a perfect little, like, nostalgia, and, like, makes you want to go to the parks even if you don't really know that much about the parks.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, and it's just so cute too, right? And
absolutely. Yeah.
Quintessential Disney, almost like corny, right? Like, Sean always talks about this, how, you know, Disney is corny, or at least like used to be corny, bring the corny back. This is a perfect example of that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like those commercials so very heavily feature the child actors, the parents, you know, families, and today's commercials are a little more broad, rightfully appealing to everybody, trying to appeal to everybody. You know, that's, you know, the Infinite Worlds commercial is very obviously appealing to all ages. But yeah, the kind of the silliness, the corniness. If you go back and watch specifically the They're So Weird commercial, the way it kind of starts, kind of like the chaotic 90s commercial acting, it reminded me very quickly of the commercial that I'm sure you guys will know. It's like it's hot today, and
the air conditioning
Sears. Yesterday you said you'd call Sears. And I was like, it feels like the same back and forth with the husband and the wife are bickering. And it's, you know, that was, I think, a very common commercial trope in the mid to late 90s.
You know, everyone remembers that commercial, the Sears air conditioning commercial.
Yesterday you said you'd call Sears.
You'll call now.
Call today. I'll call now, right.
Oh, yeah, you'll call today. Yeah. I'll call now. Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. That's funny.
How did Sears go out of business with a commercial like that?
It was too good.
They couldn't make money off of it.
They didn't. It wasn't simply too good. They went out of business. Yeah.
I gotta figure out how to make money on this thing. It's simply too good.
Okay, so JJ, why don't you take us down our rankings from 8 to 1?
I would love to. Okay, at number 8, we have the Tower of Terror billboard that was on World Drive, just in the park. At number 7, we have the highly questionable Not a Zoo ad. At number 6, we have the What I Did on My Summer Vacation ad. At number 5, we have Infinite Worlds Await, which is the current Walt Disney World promotional video or promotional ad. At number 4, we have You're Gonna Love This Place. At number 3, we have They Are Getting So Weird. At number 2, we have the official Tower of Terror commercial. And then, of course, at number 1 is I Can't Sleep, I'm Too Excited.
Oh, love that one. That's such a good number 1. Yeah.
I think this list is absolutely
It's a good
spot
list.
on.
Yeah.
It's a good list.
Good
I mean,
list.
there are still a dozen other great ads. I wonder if there's a way to like share our list of like YouTube links that we've found with people.
So I was thinking how to do that. Like on Instagram, you can't post links through posts, but you know what we can do is we have link in bio. So if you go to our bio on Instagram, we'll have them linked there.
Can you link just a Google Drive or a Google spreadsheet or something?
Yes, a Google Doc with the links to the YouTube versions of these. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Or if another thing, if you want the list and it's easier for you to just email us, ReedyGeeks@gmail.com.
Please send us an email. Please.
They're going to shut our account down if we don't get more emails.
It's funny. Like in doing research for this episode, we watched tons and tons of commercials, all from different decades, from the 70s to 80s, 90s, and today. Right. I'm a radio guy now.
I was gonna say that was a radio.
WBAB.
Playing the hits from the 80s, 90s, and today.
But I started to notice an arc and a theme to all these commercials. I wanted to see if you guys noticed this too. So I found that the 70s, all the commercials were focusing on the resort itself rather than the park. So like as the Vacation Kingdom of the World theme.
Oh yeah, definitely. But also it was a smart decision too, because again, we're talking about this is Disneyland East with less rides,
right?
So if we're going to talk about, wow, isn't it great that there's these rides here? Like they should be doing a Disneyland commercial. Like
yes,
this was the thing that stood out. The Contemporary and the Polynesian Resort were unique experiences. The monorail was incredible. Like that was the pull to Disney.
Yeah. And then in the 80s, it was just all about Epcot. Every commercial I saw from the 80s was just like, please come to Epcot. Come to Epcot. It's not that boring.
Epcot Center.
I swear it's not boring. There's future stuff. You love the future.
The future starts October 1st, 1982. That was one of the ones. And then the 90s was focused on the family and a little bit of guilt. Like if you don't take your child to Disney World, they're not having the American child experience, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we talked about that a little bit on this, where it's like a lot of the commercials were like, kids, go tell your parents that you really want to go. It's time to go back. You need to.
Yep.
That Disney guilt.
Disney guilt. And Disney persuading the kids to go and bother their parents. But in the 2000s, I thought was the most interesting, where most of the advertisements focused on how to navigate their increasingly confusing systems, right? Like advertisements about My Disney Experience or Fast Pass Plus or
Fast Pass Plus.
stay on property because you'll get these perks, right?
Or magic bands or whatever. Yes, it was very informative.
Yes.
Because I think that era, I know now it's also true, where it's like everything's changed. So how do you do this successfully is a question that people ask me all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that information may not have been readily available on the internet like it is today.
And I think Disney kind of cleverly, is that the word? Cleverly?
Yeah, cleverly.
Maybe. Cleverly, almost like Disney knows that if they introduce a new lightning lane system, if they introduce a new dining reservation system, whatever technology-based system platform, the Disney content creators are going to be the ones that explain it to you.
Yeah.
Like, people are going to want to get on their blogs. They're going to want to get on their podcasts. They're going to want to get on their YouTube channels, do the research, investigate it, and they want to be the one to give you the information. So Disney almost doesn't have to. They could release a new fast pass system tomorrow and just announce that it's out. And within 48 hours, touring plans and Walt Disney World News, all these people are going to have information on it, tested it, and they're going to have your do's and don'ts, your hacks, your this. So Disney almost doesn't have to give you information on anything anymore because there's so many people that are trying to make it their livelihoods to be the one to give you this information. So they kind of have an outlet for it.
Yeah, it's their business to know this stuff. Like there are so many services and these niche companies. I mean, us included, right? In a lot of ways, where it's like, yeah, Disney doesn't have to over-explain things because these other people, these niche creators, are gonna go like really tell the people how it is.
Right. Yeah. And then going into, like, I don't know if we want to say this is a post-COVID theme here with the in the 2020s, but today I feel like the advertisements are kind of like what Sean said before, like aggressively for everyone. They want to make sure they touch every person in every ad. They want to make sure that they've touched everyone's interests in every ad. And so, like Infinite Worlds was definitely like put goosebumps on my arm. Like, they're good at it.
It's
with
really well made.
And, it's well produced.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I don't know, it's not corny anymore. It's not,
It doesn't really feel like it has that Disney charm to it.
Yeah.
It's too serious, where in the 90s they were definitely playing a lot more with like little jokes, not jokes.
Yeah, no,
like,
they're taking themselves a little serious, a little too serious now, I think. Whereas like the corniness of the 90s and maybe even some of the early 2000s was, to be a little on the nose, to be a little campy, a little corny purposely, because it just it was funny. It was for television. Because these ads were probably running during commercials of sitcoms. You're already watching silly, goofy, Everybody Loves Raymond and King of Queens and things in the 90s, and you're already watching this silly television show. Here's a silly ad that, look, it's based on the nuclear family, husband, wife, kids. It's all based on what you're watching already on the networks.
Yeah, and I would actually say that Infinite Worlds Await is in lockstep, perfect tone to what all theme parks are doing. Everyone's upping their immersion and their world building. Infinite Worlds Await is a very similar. It's almost kind of like flip-flopped words of Epic Universe. No,
of Epic. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah,
like Infinite Worlds Await, Epic Universe. Like they kind of mean the same thing. No.
Yeah. That's a great point. I didn't think of that. There was another commercial that you sent us, JJ, that was like 10 minutes long, and it was just like little snippets of like
yes, it was all of their ads. Like when you're watching a YouTube video and you have like a little 5-second ad that plays before and you can just hit skip. Mm-hmm. It was all of those all sewn together into like 10 minutes of these little like 5 to 10 second vignettes. And I thought they were actually, I mean,
most of them are pretty good.
We're good.
Yeah. I remember this one of it was a dad talking to what's the name of the big bird?
Kevin.
Right. Talking to Kevin, right? And in like Kevin like speak, right? And I don't know, it was cute, it was funny, and I was like, oh, this is kind of like what, you know, the 90s were a little bit. That
corniness, that kind of silliness, yeah.
Yeah, that was corny and silly too. It was nice. But
it was a little vignette that also showed how elaborate and immersive the world is, where you're like, that thing, that, you know, that Kevin bird is very impressive when you see him in
it really Kingdom. Is cool seeing Kevin up close in person. Yeah.
I've never seen him.
Really? I have pictures with something. Kevin from one of my trips. Oh, wow. He photobombed our we were taking a picture in front of the Tree of Life, and Kevin walked by and he joined our photo shoot. It was really cool.
That's cool.
Well, Kevin's a girl.
Kevin's a girl.
Yes.
Definitely not our dino. Go!
All right, Sean, you want to take us out?
Whoa, no game, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Keeping it tight.
Well, I guess we're good. I mean, you already said it, so let's just keep it going.
Can't take it back.
All right, Sean, why don't you take us out?
Thanks for listening to another episode of the ReedyGeeks podcast. Like, rate, and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Any questions, comments, concerns, future topic ideas, or titles, email us at reedygeeks@gmail.com and check us out on all our socials at ReedyGeeks. We'll see you next time.
If I take you, will you two shut up and quit bugging me?
Yeah, of course. Well, will you take some Mount Splashmore?
Yes!
Thanks, Dad.
This week's Honest Send-Off comes courtesy of Bart and Lisa from Springfield. If you have an honest send-off that you want played at the end of one of our episodes, please submit an audio clip to us via our email address, reedygeeks@gmail.com. ReedyGeeks, a Walt Disney World podcast, is hosted and executive produced by Andrew Shopey, Sean Murphy, and JJ Hefner. Music and audio engineering by JJ Hefner.
Voyage.